Guys, welcome back to my channel. So before starting this video, I want to say that I'm finally on Patreon and you can actually become one of my patron, I don't know, but you can finally become one of those to actually support my content. As you know, small YouTubers don't get money for the videos they put out there because there is this 1,000 subscriber limit and 2 lakhs view which you need to make, or you have to do before you actually get your video monetized. So you can actually become my patron through a link down below. You will be getting exclusive contents and exclusive lives and exclusive recommendation personally created for you if you become one of my patrons. So yeah, that was the announcement which I wanted to make. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I'll do, my favorite books of 2018. In terms of reading, I haven't read much in 2018 for the fact that I was super busy with college and into getting into college. I just finished my school last year. So that was really hectic. I was very nostalgic, and throughout the year my mental health was just going downhill because I don't know, for some fact or the other, because I think probably because of changing of the surrounding and changing new friends. I hope most probably people go through that. If not, then I'm really weird, but I was really going through that. So I didn't feel like reading any book, but I still read like 22 books. From that, I have picked out 6 of my favorites because they were really good. They actually did help me to get into reading, but then there were books which actually kind of took me out from reading. So if you want to if you want a video on my 2018 worst books, then you can comment down below. I'll make that as well, but these are the best book which I read in 2018. So my first favorite from 2018 was Travel with the Alien by SATYAJIT, and it has got some amazing science fiction stories and actually got some essays by SATYAJIT written on science fiction. I think this book has some pretty good illustration, and that was the number one reason why I kind of like it, because the illustration were the first thing that I fell in love with, and they were all by SATYAJIT, like most of them were by SATYAJIT. And to be very honest, this actually tells you about a background story which I didn't personally knew. It was that how one of his one of his film script were actually stolen to make this film called E.T., which is really famous in Bollywood now. E.T. was one of a kind film. It was the first film to be based on aliens. So yeah, and I didn't know that it was actually stolen from a SATYAJIT script. So that was really interesting to read, very horrifying as well as very tragic too. But the thing was that I didn't know about it. So if you want to know more about the subject, and if you want to know more about the short stories that SATYAJIT have written on this alien or on science fiction, then you should definitely get this book. It was definitely a 5 on 5 for me because it was amazing. I really love it. The next book is My Father Drank My Lover by Ashok Banker. Now, if you do follow my blog, you will know that I actually reviewed this and I have loved it for the weird title, really, because the title actually suggests that how weird the stories in the book will be, and they were very weird for the fact that I haven't read something like this for I think a long time, and they actually were really gripping, as well as they actually give you an insight into human psychology. I felt that personally the author did try to get into the mind of the people, and he made them fell into situation and we as a spectator were actually seeing how they reacted to different situations, which is a really good concept, which I kind of really liked, for the fact that I haven't read this kind of a story for a really long time, and yeah, it was really different, and that is the reason why I really loved it. The next book, which was my absolute favorite, was Turtle All the Way Down by John Green. Now, if you follow the book community, you will know that this was the most anticipated book of the year, and it has got its reason because it is on a topic which is very close to my heart, which I want to read about more, which is mental health. And I feel that John Green's style have evolved over the year, and when you read this book, you feel that he has actually grown out of this romantic genre that he used to write, and he's writing on something which is really very relatable for anybody who is suffering from mental health problems, or anybody who goes through like this bout of depression. Very honest, I really did feel that it will be like one of his normal stories, but it wasn't. And if you want a full review of this book, I can actually make one. You can just comment down below and probably I'll make one. You can see I have a lot of favorite part from this book because it was really amazing. It has got some amazing quotes, some amazing characters, and the storyline was amazing. The next book which I read is from a series that I wanted to start for a very long time. No, it's not Harry Potter, even though I do really want to start that series, but it's the Narnia series. And this is the first book, The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. And this is an amazing series. I can guess that from the first book. I really watched all the movies, so I kind of cheated on that. But I did watch all the movies, and that was the main thing why I wanted to start this series. And I finally got my copy of the first book. I'll be probably buying more books this year. I have to, because I have to complete the series. And this first book, oh my god, it was really amazing. You know, C.S. Lewis maybe have written this book for children, but it isn't for children. It is actually for adult, because it has got a very good underlying meaning, which I kind of like in books. I really like books with very underlying meanings, or you know, if they give the meanings in a very subtle way. I don't like the meanings to be up in my face. I just want it to be in a very subtle literature, in a very poetic way, which this book did. And I am so excited to actually start this series. So the last book which I read was The Affliction by Vikram Paralkar. And guys, this was amazing. This is an encyclopedia of strange illness, and for a moment I really thought that these diseases actually existed, and I kind of like did a Google search. I was proven wrong, because for the fact that they did not exist, and they are all fictional, and they are kind of good, to be very honest. They are actually kind of is an undertone for, you know, some mania or some phobia that we have, which he has done in a very humorous way. Amazing illustrations as well, and this illustration actually acts, you know, as a food for the disease which the author is going to explain about, which I really liked, which is something which I haven't read in any form of literature or in any book. So yeah, this is the reason why I loved it, because it was kind of out of the box, and I love books out of the box. So yeah. So those were all the books that I really loved in 2018. If you have read any of this book, comment down below and tell me what was your favorite book from 2018. And yeah, if you did like this video, hit that like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be with you next week. Bye.